Starmer under fire over China trip amid claims UK was tricked by Beijing. Sir Keir Starmer is facing a political backlash over his recent trip to China amid claims that the UK government has been tricked by Beijing over the partial lifting of sanctions. The controversy follows the Prime Minister's announcement that all restrictions had been lifted on current British parliamentarians, prompting sharp criticism from Conservative former Security Minister Tom Tugendhat. Chinese sanctions were imposed in 2021 on several UK figures, including Mr. Tugendhat, former Conservative leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith, Senior Deputy Speaker Nusrat Ghani, and former Minister Neil O'Brien. The measures barred them from entering China, Hong Kong, and Macau, froze any assets they held in China, and prevented Chinese individuals and institutions from doing business with them. However, it has emerged that the sanctions have only been lifted for MPs who are still serving in Parliament, while remaining in place for former parliamentarians as well as lawyers, advisors, and academics connected to parliamentary work. Raising the issue in the House of Commons, Mr. Tugendhat said it was surprising that the Prime Minister had returned with a deal that lifted sanctions on current MPs, but not on others, linked to the work of Parliament. He warned this amounted to a direct affront to the democracy of this place, and accused China of attempting to divide and conquer, adding that the tactic had sadly tricked our government too. In response, Sir Keir said he had raised the issue directly with Chinese leaders and was told that the restrictions no longer applied to parliamentarians. "I accept the challenge, the point, that we need to go further," he said. "That doesn't mean that what we've achieved should be put to one side. In order to go further, we have to engage, and we have to engage at the leader level." Criticism from the Conservative benches continued, with the former Minister Sir Andrew Mitchell saying the Prime Minister had returned from China with somewhat thin economic gruel. Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch accused Sir Keir of pursuing a supine and short-termist approach, claiming he had come back with next to nothing, apart from a Labubu doll. Addressing the Commons, she said Britain should engage with China, despite concerns over its authoritarian nature, espionage activities, and support for hostile regimes, describing Beijing as a fact of life, a global power, and an economic reality. However, she stressed that it was not engagement itself that the Conservatives opposed, but the manner in which the Prime Minister had conducted it. Mrs. Badenoch added that Sir Keir appeared to have enjoyed the trip, describing it as a dream come true for a man who was virtually a communist most of his life, before remarking that he had returned with little to show for it. On the lifting of sanctions, she accused the Prime Minister of wrongly presenting the move as a major success. She said the MPs affected had been sanctioned for standing up to China over human rights abuses and alleged spying on British parliamentarians, adding that Beijing was offering something that costs absolutely nothing. "Why can't the British Prime Minister see that?" she asked.